A protest this morning over the early release of a white former transit officer convicted in the shooting death of an unarmed black man. Johannes Meserly left the L.A. County Jail early this morning. Eyewitness News reporter Darsha Phillips is in downtown L.A. with more on why Meserly's sentence was cut short and how his victim's family is reacting. Darsha?
Philip, this case really has captured the nation's attention. When the shooting happened back in 2009, there was so much racial tension over a white cop killing an unarmed black man that the trial had to be moved from the Bay Area to Los Angeles. And now, with Meserly being released early for good behavior, civil rights activists are taking to the streets demanding justice.
Police terror must stop. Jail killer cops.
I'm here to tell you that this fight is not over.
About 24 demonstrators and members of Oscar Grant's family gathered in front of the Los Angeles criminal courts protesting the early release of Johannes Meserly.
We did not receive justice in this whole proceeding. We've been denied our rights.
Meserly, a former BART transit officer, was released from jail for good behavior after serving 11 months of his 2-year sentence. Meserly was convicted of shooting 22-year-old Oscar Grant in the back as Grant was face down on the floor of a transit platform in Oakland back in 2009. Meserly testified that he intended to subdue Grant with his stun gun, but mistakenly used his firearm.
We're very clear. It wasn't involuntary manslaughter. That was cold-blooded murder.
Today, members of the community and family of Oscar Grant were outraged over Meserly's early release. They demanded the U.S. Attorney General file federal charges against Meserly.
It is clear that what happened to Oscar on that platform was a direct violation of his civil rights.
The group marched to the federal courthouse and continued to rally. Grant's uncle read from a letter from Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who also supports a federal investigation into the facts and proceedings surrounding this case.
It is critical that the Justice Department ensure that all civil rights statutes were properly enforced and that no federal laws were violated during the course of the procedural stage, jury selection, and trial process.
Now, notifications were sent out at 12:01 this morning saying that Meserly had been released. However, officials refused to discuss the specifics of Meserly's release. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Darsha Phillips, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.